I gotta give a big thanks to today's sponsor, Straight Arrow News. Stick around. Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the 2025 Spider-Man Retro Card Waves Spider-Man Unlimited. I gotta give a big thanks to Brett from Toylanta. He found this out in the wild and was able to ship it my way. Big thanks for letting me buy this off you and getting this over to me super fast. Plus the other goodies like this cool Toylanta t-shirt right over here, which again, I will be there in Georgia March 28th through the 30th. And I hope to see you guys there too. And this figure does look cool to me so far already. At this moment in time, I've never seen an episode of this show. I did want to review the figure more than anything. I'm going to watch an episode before I get to actually playing with this figure, so we'll see how that affects my mood about this. Anyway, I never really liked the design. I just thought it wasn't Spider-Man enough. But as I hold this packaging in hand, it actually does look pretty cool. It says Nanotech suit right there. On the back, you can see the other figures from the wave. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. Nothing on the top, nothing on the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. But first, I have to give a big thanks to today's sponsor. I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, I have a hard time finding unbiased news sources. They're either heavily left-leaning or heavy right-leaning, and Straight Arrow News is the answer. They provide unbiased news, which I find to be incredibly refreshing. And they have this cool segment on there that I was just watching earlier today called The Bias Breakdown, where they don't only talk about the specific topic, but they also talk about what other media outlets are saying and what parts of the conversation they're focusing on. I found it to be very refreshing. I highly recommend you download it right now or go to san.com/prime. The app is totally free, and I recommend you use my link down in the description below. Download Straight Arrow News today. And here's the Spider-Man Unlimited figure out of the packaging, and I did watch about an episode and a half of Spider-Man Unlimited, and I gotta say, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but I have to say, this figure is actually pretty badass. Yeah, I don't care if I like the show or not, and I'm not even the craziest fan of the design, but damn, this figure, I'm actually really digging it quite a bit. Anyway, let's get a close look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at this Spider-Man Unlimited. Not a lot to say about the accessories. We get the hands trifecta over here, where I think the Marvel Legends community is unified in agreeing that all Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures should come with a set of open hands, thwipping hands, and fist hands at the least. It would have been nice if this came with some webbing or some of those dart things that he shoots off the top of his wrist, but hey, we have the hands trifecta. I'm satisfied, but just be mindful when you're swapping the hands, you don't want to lose these guys right over here. So now at this point, I've watched the first 3 episodes of Spider-Man Unlimited, and I gotta say, not all of it is bad. I do like the animation. It's traditional animation, and it's basically about Spider-Man trying to get John Jameson back. He's in a different dimension called Counter-Earth, and he uses this suit right here that was developed with tech from Reed Richards, and it basically gives him sonic powers and better spider tracers and webbing and stealth mode, right? So it's a cool looking design. Now I actually kind of dig it. I don't know, it's pretty neat, and I kind of wish that they'd gone with a Spider-Man 2099. I think that would have been a lot cooler if they'd made a whole story about that. It feels like it should be that. I mean, the design even looks inspired by Spider-Man 2099. But yeah, that's the problem with the show, is that there's a whole bunch of almost going on, like the carnage and the venom in that. Oh god, just horrible. Anyway, I do like the little cape right here, the webbing cape. That looks really good. So that blue stuff is not sticky tack. I'm noticing it just while I'm editing here. I think that's sonic welding residue. I did pick most of it off my figure. And we have a brand new head, brand new upper torso over here. I love that this pattern is all sculpted in here and not just painted on. I like how the blue looks. There's just a, I don't know, the hint of like a metallic sheen to it, just a hint of it, and I dig it, man. Looks really nice. You can see on the side right here, those seam lines are kind of popping through, so that's a little annoying, but not really that noticeable. I haven't actually tried taking this cape off, but I like that underneath the cape. See, all that sculpted paint and detail right there continues through, so that's awesome. We have some Renew Your Vows body parts right over here with the arms and the legs, and then we have these new web shooter tracer shooters right over here on the top. He can shoot his webs over and under his hands. And then we have a new waist piece right here, and then we have Renew Your Vows legs up until we get to the boots. and I think the paint came out okay. I didn't get much scuffage. We'll get into the articulation in just a minute, but a little bit of red paint coming off right over there. I do feel like the red paint does look pretty consistent throughout the figure, though. Then we get these little ribs right over here on these new calves, and then there's looking at the feet, which do look new to me. I could be wrong about that, though, and we get peg holes. So my only gripe with the articulation is the hips, really, but you get a ball joint with the hinge right here, so he can look up very far. It would be preferred that he had a ball joint at the neck like we'd see on the Maximum Series Spider-Man figure, which I can't wait to find out how much that thing's gonna cost, damn it. Head wobbling, let's not make a whole conversation about it in the comments. I want you guys to talk about this figure. I still think it's gonna be 40 bucks. I'm hoping it's, okay, I'm doing it now myself, look at me. Anyway, okay, I couldn't help it. Shoulders move out of almost 90 degrees, not quite though. You can move them in, rotate a full 360. You can see how far that butterfly joint goes, which is actually pretty good. Bicep swivel in there, and then you have the pinless double jointed elbows. Be careful. And I did have to heat this figure up a couple of times, so yeah, be mindful of that. And then the wrists all move up and down. You get the ab crunch forward that way, and then due to the cape, he'll only bend back that much. Then you have a cut right here. I would like to see Hasbro incorporate more ball joints at the waist. That would be cool. Hips move outward that much. This is where I get bummed out. I wish he had drop down hips or something, because he kicks forward just that much, not quite the 90-degree mark, so it just feels a little short. Moves back a tiny bit, upper thigh cut. And then we have the pinless double jointed knees, and then we have the calf cut right there. Ankles move down, they do move up, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out this new Spider-Man figure, you can see that he is standing just a little under the 6.5-inch mark. And then for some comparisons, here's our Spider-Man Unlimited figure next to what I think are the closest looking Venom and Carnage figures that resemble Venom and Carnage from the show, which I think were terrible designs. Please, Hasbro, never make those. I rarely make a request for them to not make stuff, but yeah, I hated those designs. But anyway, we have Monster Venom right over here and the Target exclusive Carnage, which, by the way, the blue on this Venom, just haven't picked up this figure in a while, and I love the paint on this. This is very cool. Can't wait to get a black suit Spider-Man figure with this kind of paint detail. That would be sweet. Then here's a Spider-Man Unlimited figure next to the High Evolutionary, which is the main villain on Counter-Earth. Then I had to bust out a couple of SentryProductions AWOC figures, just because I think these would make great bestials to go along with this Spider-Man. They fit into scale with him very nicely. Then here's a Spider-Man Unlimited figure next to a couple of figures using the Renew Your Vows body mold. We have the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man and the modded Scarlet Spider. I busted this one out because I was thinking about trying to do a head swap over here, but the red color does not match at all. It's nowhere near the same. Here's the Spider-Man Unlimited figure next to the VHS Vulture 2-pack animated series Spider-Man figure, and this is supposed to be the same Peter Parker, by the way. They even play the theme song from the 90s cartoon in this show, which came out in 1999, and it looks like it's a lot older than it is because they didn't use like the 3D tech that they used in this show. By the way, I did like the Peter Parker in this series. Like, that's one thing I actually did like about it, aside from the animation. Then here's a Spider-Man Unlimited figure next to the only other two figures from this wave that I've reviewed. We have Spider-Boy and Electro. Then here's a Spider-Man Unlimited figure next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Ooh, hey brother. Hey brother. Hey, I got a story to tell you. Listen up really quick, okay? It goes like this. I was walking in... So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I sincerely appreciate you guys watching, so thank you very much. And I would sincerely appreciate it if you guys would hit that like button if you enjoyed the content. If you want to stick around for more coming to this channel, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And then if you want the bonus goodies like the live streams and the earlier access, well, you can hit that join button as well. This Spider-Man figure is not something I thought I was really going to like that much. I bought it out of curiosity more than anything, and I'm glad I did. I like this thing, man. I'm still not a huge fan of the show, even though I did watch 3 episodes when I intended to only watch 1, so it's not that bad. And I guess maybe as I'm older, I'm more open-minded, I'm more familiar with the comics and who the High Evolutionary is, and I guess maybe it's not that awful. I do appreciate the animation. It does make the show look a little bit older than it is. But anyway, the figure itself is really badass. It has some really good stuff going on here. I really like the sculpted parts that we have on the torso and on the arms and everything. The head looks cool. It looks straight up from the show. So yeah, my biggest complaint with it really is the lack of hip movement or range of movement at the hips. Like, that bothers me. But other than that, I really do like this figure, man. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and it looks really, really cool. So at the price point of around 25 bucks, I'm gonna give this Spider-Man Unlimited figure a sud rating of I love it! And I'd like to know what you guys think. I rarely turn around on a figure like this. This does not happen to me often, where it's a figure I'm not familiar with, or a character I'm not familiar with, or a franchise I don't like so much, but the figure itself just wins me over, and this figure did win me over. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,